So welding galvanized metal can be one of the most dangerous metals to weld, and it can also be tough to get good results if not done correctly. So in this video, I'm going to be going over how to not die when welding galvanized metal and how to weld it properly and get slick results. So first things first, PPE is everything when it comes to galvanized. Now, all your normal PPE is important, but the most important thing here is having a good respirator. Welding galvanized metal creates a ton of smoke, and it doesn't matter if you're inside or outside, you'll most likely be inhaling a lot of it when you're doing a lot of welding. So especially with welding galvanized metal, you can get really sick, and it's just not worth the 5 seconds it takes to throw on a respirator. So the second thing here to help with fumes is having enough ventilation. So make sure you always have plenty of fresh air circulating in the space you're working in, but also you'd be surprised how much just a little box fan like this does to pull away those fumes from you. So once you have good PPE and a good respirator with proper ventilation, now it's time to start prepping the metal and getting it ready to weld. As you can see here, I'm grinding off the galvanized coating down to bare metal along the joint where I want to weld it. And I'm also grinding a little spot on part of the piece that I'm welding so I can be grounded good to the metal. The biggest thing when cleaning off the galvanized coating here is making sure you are grinding down to bare metal. It should look shiny and not dull and gray like you can see here. And notice I'm wearing a respirator even for grinding and cleaning the metal too, because that dust from grinding galvanized isn't really great to be breathing in either. So once our metal's prepped, clean, and ready to go, then we'll get ready to weld. So with welding galvanized, it's pretty much almost identical to welding just regular steel. But the only thing I change here is I run a little bit hotter with my settings to help burn out any leftover galvanized that's just baked into that metal that I just couldn't grind out. And since I'm running hotter with my settings, I normally don't get fancy with it here, and I just use a steady dragging technique when I'm in the flat position. So for welding in any other position, I would still run a little bit hotter than I normally do, but technique and settings are gonna change here because you're fighting gravity now. So if you want more detail on how to find the right MIG setting for your scenario, or if you're struggling with a certain technique, come check out the channel, because I have some videos that go over some common challenges that beginners face when first learning how to MIG weld. Or if you want to see one of the biggest mistakes I see beginners make, you can watch this video right here.